Mario Kart World. Love it or hate it, it's a game that wasn't afraid to take risks, introducing the whole open world mechanic and the heavily improved trick system. However, this came at a cost. As we all know, the game significantly underperformed. This could be due to many factors, but I think I've pinpointed the one main reason as to why the 9th installment in the Mario Kart series is so controversial. Mario Kart World didn't take enough risks. Many of us have grown up with Mario Kart. Game after 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 game. The formula has remained generally the same, with a few switch-ups here and there. But Mario Kart World has done something no other Mario Kart game has ever done. It changed up the way tracks work, by setting all of them in a large, vast, fully interconnected open world where you can drive virtually everywhere! This sparked controversy, as you'll often only spend one lap on the actual course and spend the first 2 or so sections on a completely straight line with absolutely nothing to do. Some people enjoy playing these intermissions, but I can see why many people wouldn't. So here's my solution. The routes in this game are reminiscent of an IRL road trip, driving across highways and taking control of giant semi-trucks to run over other drivers. Often in real life, you spend more time driving to a location than you spend at the destination itself. So Mario Kart World captures real life perfectly, in that it's unfair. But the Mario Kart series has always been known for being realistic. Why not switch things up and remove the tracks themselves from the routes? In online play, voting for a random track guarantees that your vote will be for a full 3-lap track. I think this was a mistake on Nintendo's part, and that they should fix this error. Oh? Nintendo did that already? Well, it's a step in the right direction. Removing the tracks from the routes is a huge risk, but keep in mind the controversy is regarding how little time you spend in the track itself, so if the tracks simply aren't there, there should be no problem. I'm also aware of the concern that there isn't much to do on the routes, but overall that seems like a very minor issue and not worth discussing in this video. All past Mario Kart games had either 8 or 12 racers on a track, but World has 24! That's more than 12, and with the increased number of racers, the chaos has increased as well. But for many, it's too much. The main cause of the increased chaos is the fact that double the racers means double the items. Now, Nintendo did take steps to make some items weaker, but a full redesign of the item system would have not only fixed the overabundance of chaos, but also the issue of item bagging. In case you aren't aware, item bagging is a strategy in which players put themselves in lower placements in order to get better items, but it's widely hated. So, I have 2 main fixes to the item system. First, let's revert back to single items to reduce the amount of items on the track at any given time. Second, to solve bagging, I think that the item distribution should be perfectly even across all placements, allowing every spot an equal chance of getting any item. And while we're at it, remove some items that no one likes, such as the mushroom or triple red shells. Also, they should add double bombs. I'm serious. The character selection in Mario Kart World consists of your usual roster, such as Mario, Koopa Troopa, and Diddy Kong, but alongside the series' mainstays, tons of drivers based on classic Mario NPCs were added as well. But who wants to play as Goomba? No one! So instead, what if the NPC drivers were replaced by crossover and RPG characters? Absolutely no one would be opposed to this, and the crossovers would make the game feel more cohesive as a whole. The unlock method for the NPC drivers also isn't great, as you have to wait for someone to pull the Kamek, that guy item, and hopefully transform you into one of the NPCs. Recent updates have made this easier, but it still is a flawed system at its core. So here's my proposal. Each character should have been locked to a small in-game purchase. Paying 99 cents a character is a very simple unlock method. It doesn't require grinding, and it poses no problems whatsoever. And lastly, the soundtrack of Mario Kart World is the most controversial aspect of the entire game, and it's easy to see why. The music is nothing but remakes of past songs from across the Mario series, with some deep cuts as well. Who wants to rehear songs they've heard already? Who am I kidding? The music of Mario Kart World is phenomenal, but there's no way to listen to it officially outside of the game. To be fair, fans have found ways to get nearly flawless recordings of the soundtrack, but it'd be so simple if Nintendo just added a music player into the game or added it to the Nintendo Music app, right? Wrong. With the underwhelming sales of Mario Kart World and the Switch 2, Nintendo is currently barely hanging by a thread. In fact, officially releasing the soundtrack would only drive them further into bankruptcy. In my opinion, the Mario Kart World soundtrack should have never come to fruition in the first place. Not because it's bad, but because the cost to produce the soundtrack was simply not worth the risk. In this case, risks are good otherwise, like I've been talking about. I hope this video has changed your life, showing you that some opinions are objectively wrong. Okay, that's all the time I've got. I gotta get back to exploring this vast, fully interconnected open world. Like and subscribe and all that, please.